But here is the power shutoff schedule. Households in specified areas of Napa, Solano, and Sonoma counties will be the first to see their electricity go at 6 o'clock. Residents in Alameda, Contra Costa, San Mateo, and Santa Clara counties will see power outages as early as 8 o'clock tonight.
Take a live look at Dublin right now, where temperatures are still in the 90s. That is hot, it is windy, and it's very dry out there. And a Sky Drone 5 view of Mount Diablo by the town of Clayton, where you can see a lot of dry grass still in the hills with homes just below it. Our chief meteorologist Paul Hagan joins us now with a look at the potential for this event and how people can maybe mitigate this problem.
Yeah, just kind of be prepared as best you can. So people kind of stocking up their coolers with ice if they're in one of those areas that's going to have those planned power shutoffs, public safety power shutoffs. The heat is one thing. The heat advisory kicks in at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning and goes through 9 o'clock on Friday. We're anticipating inland temperatures to reach in the mid to upper 90s, even some spots in the low 100s. And around the bay, high temperatures are going to the upper 80s and low 90s, both tomorrow and again on Friday. Along the coast, temperatures in the low to mid 80s, but every county in the Bay Area except Solano County is included in the heat advisory. Solano County doesn't mean that you're going to be any cooler than the rest of us. In fact, you're going to see triple-digit temperatures, but your advisories come from a different office of the National Weather Service. Let's take a look at the wind advisory. This is in effect for just tonight into tomorrow morning through Thursday at 11 o'clock. For the North Bay Mountains, the valley's not included in this because the winds aren't going to be as strong. We're talking about gusts potentially over 50 miles an hour, and that's strong enough to knock down some tree branches, especially off any trees that have been weakened by fires in the North Bay over the past couple of months. And if those get knocked down into power lines, that's why we're concerned about the power aspect of this event. Red flag warning goes all the way through Friday at 11 o'clock. This is in effect for the North Bay Mountains, the East Bay Hills and Valleys, and the Santa Cruz Mountains. It's the combination of the gusty winds, especially in the higher terrain, the heat, and the very low humidity. We're talking about relative humidity levels in the single digits that has us the most concerned. Liz?
All right, Paul, thank you. The PG&E update on the power shutoffs is underway right now. Let's listen in.
We want to show you where we stand at this hour regarding this public safety power shutoff. A severe weather event with hot, dry conditions and high wind gusts is expected to begin this evening. Forecasted gusts are anticipated to reach about 55 miles per hour. We expect these high winds to subside Thursday or potentially on Friday morning. Now, because of these conditions, we're planning to turn off power to about 53,000 customers in targeted portions of 24 counties. The power is being turned off as we speak for up to 33,000 customers, and then 19,000 additional customers. We expect the power to be turned off starting at around 8 o'clock tonight. Now, at this time, we expect to have power restored to nearly all customers by late Friday night, depending on the weather. Throughout the event, we're ready to support our customers in a number of ways. We've begun to open 40 community resource centers, and we've partnered with local food banks and community-based organizations to offer further assistance to our customers. We're going to get to all of those details in just a moment. But before I do, I want to emphasize that turning off power for our customers is not a decision that we take lightly. PSPS events are a tool of last resort for PG&E. We only use this during weather events that are so severe that people's safety, their lives, their homes, and businesses may be in danger. And we really want to thank you for your understanding and your patience as we go through this event. So with that, we want to move to a weather update, and I'll hand it over to Scott Strenfeld. Scott.
Thanks, Lindsay, and good evening, everyone. So over the past 24 hours since our last public briefing, we've continued to track weather models for the upcoming Diablo wind event. All the public and internal forecast models we track continue to indicate a moderate to strong Diablo wind event developing tonight through midday tomorrow, and it'll be followed quickly by another risk period of winds Thursday night into Friday. So it's really looking to us like two risk periods of winds, one right on top of the other back to back. Since we are now closing in on the start of the event, we're now tracking weather station observations that report real-time intelligence on wind speeds, temperatures, and relative humidity and other factors. And these are all the important components of fire weather conditions. We will continue to track these weather stations and latest weather model intelligence around the clock 24/7 through the entire event to support any changes that are warranted to our current PSPS event. These weather observations that I mentioned are extremely crucial to allow us to issue the weather all clear when it's safe to do so, when we see winds decline and we're not expecting them to increase again. We're tracking more than installed weather stations, as well as some of the hundreds of federally owned weather stations that are throughout California. And all of this weather station data that we look at is available to the public. And so today we've continued to collaborate closely and discuss the event on the horizon with federal meteorologists from the National Weather Service and others to ensure that we, PG&E, are aligned with them on the upcoming weather threat. And as of right now, there are red flag warnings issued by the National Weather Service for most of Northern California. These went into effect earlier this morning when we saw breezy winds develop down the Sacramento Valley primarily. And these red flag warnings are expected to cover those 2 peaks in the winds I mentioned and are expected to expire 11 a.m. on Friday. The slide you see shows the spatial extent of the red flag warning, everything that's covered in pink there. And the National Weather Service is also forecasting peak wind gusts 55 miles per hour with this event, coupled with very dry humidity levels. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a few weather stations that are on some of our prominent peaks around the Bay Area gusting to about 70 miles per hour in this event. A separate federal forecast agency that we collaborate with is the Northern Operations Predictive Services. This is the outfit that CAL FIRE uses for some of their weather intelligence and other federal fire agencies. But they also continue to indicate high risk of significant fire potential due to gusty winds, coupled with that low relative humidity as well. And so us and all the other federal agencies that track fire weather and fire weather conditions are aligned that the threat window for this Diablo wind event is beginning today and will last through Friday. And importantly, as we know, the fuel conditions on the ground this year are very dry. Fuels are very dry, and we continue to trend drier through this event, as Diablo winds by their nature are offshore, and so they bring in very dry air into our territory and essentially suck the more moisture out of vegetation. And then by tomorrow afternoon, we do expect relative humidities with this event to fall into the teens to single digits, and so with the dry fuels and the further drying, those fuels are going to be very vulnerable to new fire ignitions. And so that concludes the weather update, and I'll turn it back over to you, Lindsay.
All right, Scott, thanks. Just to recap, we've got a red flag warning over much of our service area, very low humidity levels, and we're expecting wind gusts topping 55 miles per hour. And that's all the weather forecast information behind the reason for calling the PSPS.
That's exactly right, Lindsay.
Okay, thanks, Scott. All right, let's turn to Mark Quinlan now. He's our incident commander, and he's going to tell us a little bit about when the power shutoffs will begin, some of which have already begun, and what the restoration process will look like. Mark.
Yeah, thank you, Lindsay. Good evening, everybody. As Scott ran us through the weather, I do want to acknowledge that these are challenging times. Not only are we right in the peak of the wildfire season, and it's been quite the season so far in 2020. Many of us are working from home, schooling from home as well. So we recognize that hardships are introduced when we have power outages. That's why we are doing everything we can in our power to make public safety power shutoffs as small as possible to begin with. And we take that decision very, very seriously when calling one. It's our last resort option in the interest of preventing catastrophic wildfire. The slide that's currently being displayed is what we believe the event scope to be at this time. So we're looking at 53,000 customers across 24 of our counties. And you can see on the map of our northern portion of our service territory on the right-hand side of the slide, these geographic danger zones are split up into 3 general clusters. They're all highlighted in different colors to understand the association of public safety power shutoff off times Starting with the first grouping that's highlighted in yellow, you can see the counties listed there. We've got counties in the northern Sierra, Butte County, Plumas. We also have counties in the North Bay, Sonoma, Napa, and portions of Lake County. Those customers are in the process of being shut off now. The shutoff is expected to take place between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Those customers will remain out of service all the way until Friday, when we expect weather conditions to improve. And then the estimated time of restoration for that grouping is end of day Friday for the majority of those customers that were impacted. Second cluster I want to talk about is in the blue. That's the Southern Sierra and portions of the South Bay, Santa Cruz Mountains, a portion in Monterey. That group will also be shut off tonight, but the shut off time is a little bit later. Between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. is when we are going to begin shutting that off. And the reason for the difference in times, those northerly Diablo winds that Scott mentioned start up north and they come down the valley and in the foothills and in the mountainous regions. And by the time they come down into the Bay Area in the central part of that map, it's a few hours later. So we want to try to time the de-energization, the shutoff, as close to those unsafe conditions as possible, so we're not turning off lights too early. Again, those customers will remain off until Friday morning, when we anticipate weather conditions to improve. And then we're going to do everything we can to get all of those customers restored by the end of the day. The last group of customers, small penetration up in Humboldt County, Trinity County up in the north and to the west, highlighted by number 3 on the map. Those customers are actually scheduled to be shut off tomorrow. And we're going to be monitoring the weather conditions throughout the shut-off time to ensure that the forecasts are coming in as planned. We'll be comparing that to all of our weather station data that we have, and we'll be making decisions in real time.